In the 1930s, the beautifully spotted axis deer from India was introduced into several ranches in the Texas Hill Country. Axis are just one of many species that were introduced that adapted beautifully to the country and today are as considered as Texas as the Alamo. And they have also come to be appreciated as one of the finest hunts, as well as producing some of the best venison to be found in the Lone Star State. And one of my favorite destinations to hunt this gorgeous deer is the world famous Wyo Ranch headquarters located near the town of Mountain Home, Texas. Today, Trijicon's Director of Marketing, Josh Lyle, has traveled from his home state of Michigan to Texas to sample some hot weather hunting for the big axis bucks that roam the hills and valleys of the Wyo Ranch headquarters. I always enjoy sharing the great hunting Texas offers the visiting sportsman, and our axis deer never disappoints those who want to match wits with this elusive and beautiful deer. We are literally deep in the heart of Texas hunting axis deer with Trijicon's Josh Lyle at the historic Wyo Ranch headquarters. And trust me, the action is as hot as the weather. Welcome to Trijicon's World of Sports Afield.
Ready? All right, go ahead and touch the trigger. You're on target. Now go through your breath. If you don't like it, do another one. That looked much better, didn't it? Felt better? Good. Looked better, felt better. It probably is better. Guess what? Yeah, it was better, all right. They cut the last round. Yeah, those 2 rounds are touching, right? You can't do any better than that. That's a hunting rifle, and you got rounds cutting each other. Stayed on it. It's kind of oh, there you go. Look at that grip. Nicely done. Breathe. Focus. Slow turn.
Good shot, my friend. Nicely done.
So about an hour from the Wyo, there's a great place called FTW Ranch and the Sam School. Just a great afternoon. It was just fantastic. Got to go out and do some shooting that I just didn't even know I was capable of, and Dog was great, was patient with me, and by the end of it I was ready to go, and I felt really confident about this hunt.
There was a big right on the left side here, man. Pigs. Going to the right. 100 yards or 50 yards to the left of the feeder. There are 2 of them running down the hill now. There's a big group of them. They're right underneath the feeder now. They're scurrying now. Okay, they're at the feeder. Oh, that's a fallow. Watch out for the fallow.
Reload, reload.
One thing most hunters have in common is that we're travelers by nature. That means we have to own a variety of travel gear to meet our different travel needs. I've counted on Boat Harness travel gear for decades, and I'll tell you why. Boat gear is tough, it's functional, and they make a product for every hunting and travel need I've ever faced in a lifetime of serious international hunting. I just got in a few pieces I'm about to add to my current Boat travel kit, each one fitting a specific need. Of course, traveling with firearms requires gun cases. When flying, I use a lockable Boat hard case, and I strongly recommend their 2 rifle case. For camp, I always pack a soft, padded rifle or shotgun case to protect my guns, and you should too. I own several well-abused Boat duffel bags that can hold enough gear for a week-long hunt. But this year, I'm adding a 36-inch Boat glider duffel with wheels, perfect for those long treks through airports. And finally, you always want to have a couple of smaller overnight soft carry-on duffels, something I depend on more and more each season. I've always been serious about my hunting, and that's why I choose a company that's just as serious about their gear. And for me, that has always been Boat Harness Company.
Reload, 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 reload. Watch out, fellow. He's gone. Nicely done.
Man. Getting me, trying to get me breathing hard too, just make it a little extra.
Yeah.
Challenge.
Well, we had to get up that hill and get over here. We didn't have much time, so
Yeah, it's great.
we got lucky.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah, thanks for throwing them rocks.
Yeah,
Getting him stirred up. Came running up there.
that was good.
What you think?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
nicely done, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, you're doing us a favor out here in Texas when you shoot your pigs because we are absolutely covered up on them. I tell you what, this is it's an honor for us to get an opportunity to train you. That certainly is our honor here at the FTW to be able to take hunters regardless of their levels and help them maximize their potential. And the biggest honor is to be the first guide for the hunter, or whatever the hunter is. If it's a mother or daughter, or a father daughter, or father son, or whatever it is, it's the most incredible experience from the guide standpoint. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, God. It's just unbelievable.
So, on the drive over from FTW to YO, I'd heard just briefly of the name of YO, but really didn't understand the history. And Dave really took time and walked me through kind of everything that's occurred out here and what a historic ranch, and to be able to come out and see it and actually hunt on it was just a great opportunity.
Well, by the time we were driving out of the FTW on our way to the YO headquarters, I was absolutely confident if we could find a big axis buck that Josh could do his part. He was consistently banging 9-inch steel plates off shooting sticks at 250 yards, which was pretty incredible. So I had a lot of confidence as we were headed mountain home. I knew we were going to a place that had great axis deer, and I knew the guy that could find one for us, and that's my great dear friend Eric White, the manager of YO Ranch headquarters.
It is, to me, one of the coolest creations I've ever seen.
So it's where if a hunter misses, they come spend the evening in here?
This was a ton of work.
curved walls, and he had to build it on the side of this cliff, so just keep walking.
Okay.
And that's part of the idea, is everything you make a curve is something different,
Okay.
and things look different from every angle.
Wow. You don't see that every day.
This is our party spot from time to time.
Is that the most creative thing?
And then we'll have the fires going in here and everything else.
Yeah. Isn't that something? Well, I'm kind of in a quandary here because I know what I want to do, but I don't know if I should do it. You know, this is the sacrificial altar here, the Jaguar, and for a good hunt, we thought about sacrificing Cameron here. The only, and which is not a bad idea, but the only rub, he's going to be the cameraman. So maybe after the hunt, we celebrate. You know, I think the gods would still be appeased. This is just, Eric, this is shockingly cool. It really is. This is really nice. They call this the temple?
So we call it.
The temple. Small, but boy, he got one right in front of us. We could just see him up through here, and we came down, he's kind of in a little mesquite. We really couldn't see his horns very good, but he's just not there. We've got on several. Including that little buck fight. Just gotta find the right one. He's here.
Saw one that was probably trophy this one.
Yeah, no, we definitely saw one shooter for sure. There's actually a couple of them feeding up this way, and they may pull that buck out with them.
It appears that
Axis over here. We had a nice little stalk on. And then one yearling buck was back here that we didn't see. And of course he came running straight across our front and just barreled into him. And that made them nervous. I don't think they've gone far, but they went down into a real wooded thing, and they might as well be on the moon. Once they get into that cedar cover, you can't get in there with them. I hear another way off. So they're making a little bit of noise this morning, which helps you isolate an area, but it's hard to make a move on that many of them without being seen. But let's make a move while it's still fairly early. That sun's getting up now. This is awesome.
Trijicon's World of Sports Afield has been presented by Trijicon, brilliant aiming solutions. DSC, conservation, education, and protecting hunters' rights. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Boyd Harness Company, Mud River, travel, train, hunt. Ripcord Rescue Travel Insurance, Sports Afield Trophy Properties, the Wildlife Gallery, and by Sam Hunter Training, because you only get one first shot.
This is awesome. They were roaring a little bit. It's still, like I said, when we came down, it was going to be a little late for the rut, but obviously still a little bit of aggression out there. Those two were giving it a pretty good whine, but I don't think that's the big bull we heard. I don't think that's the thing. That was a big bucket that was down there bellowing earlier. Yeah, that's pretty cool to get two axis going at it. You don't see that. I mean, for every axis fight you see 100 whitetail fights.
So when the opportunity finally came and we were walking through there, and I could see that Dave saw something. He was calling me up, putting the sticks up, and everything that the guys at FTW and Dave had said was true. I mean, your heart's beating, you're breathing fast, and just hard to even maintain focus on what you're supposed to be doing. And then looking through, and we were looking, the sun was going down, and so the sun was right in our eyes, and all that haze. But you could still, I could see right the eyes of that buck, and it was super exciting.
You see him? He's just to the left of that one live oak. You see him?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, hold on. Let's just stay on him. Anytime an animal drops that fast, stay right on that spot. Stay right on that spot. I think you hammered him, but we are going to play this safe. That's a big bull. You still see his antler tip? Yeah. I think he's down, but listen, I want to get down there, but you're on safe. All right, there's a...
Pretty special walk. Yes, sir. How about that? Yeah. Well, there's no doubt they are the most beautiful of all the world's deer species. Very, very nice.
And the best eating.
Yeah, there's no doubt they're a special animal, these axes. And he's nice and symmetrical. He's a fighter. He's busted off a little of his caudal here. He's busted off just a little bit of his tip here, but that's all right. That's what they do this time of year. They fight, and he probably knocked off an inch and a half here, but we're not shooting him to score him. We're shooting him to enjoy him.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Oh goodness, it's just fantastic. I never saw him get back up. It was just, man, it's just so beautiful, just beautiful.